وكان في نجاته سبحان الله. يعني زي ما ربنا حفظ موسى في التابوت لما ألقي في البحر، حفظ السفينة التي خرقت وهي في البحر. سبحان الله، هذه الرمزية في القصة. اثنين، إيش سوى الخضر؟ قتل غلام صح؟ موسى شو سوى؟
قتل رجل.
قتل رجل، أحسن. بس إيش موسى انتبهوا كذا، قتل رجل عليه السلام بغير نفس. وهذا إيش قتل غلام بغير نفس. آخر واحدة اللي حدث في قصة موسى، في آخر واحدة هنا البناء الجدار. إيش عندنا الملاحظة؟ بغير أجر، غير أجرة. هو موسى عليه السلام سقى لامرأتين بغير أجرة، سبحان الله. ففي العجيب أنه تتقاطع مع قصة موسى في 3 أحداث مهمة جدا.
تابوت إيش تابوت؟
تابوت أم موسى عليه السلام لما ألقته في البحر، سبحان الله حفظه سبحانه وتعالى. السفينة في البحر خرقها خضر ولم تغرق، والله حفظها من مين؟ الملك الظالم. زي كما حفظ موسى من الملك الظالم فرعون، وكان وراءه ملك يأخذ. ففي رمزية سبحان الله في القصة مع أحداث بس ترتيب. معروف موسى طفولته، ثم في شبابه، ثم لما
This is interesting. Really quick, inshallah. That's an extra thing, inshallah, for those who are sitting here. The 3 things that happened between Al-Khidr and Musa also happened early in the life of Musa alayhi salam. So, number 1 is what happened with Al-Khidr and Musa. What was the first scenario? Safina, right? He poked the ship here, and then the ship was preserved in the water, and it was saved from a tyrant king to receive it. Over here, Musa alayhi salam was put in the river, in the water. He was preserved in the water, and Allah protected him even from a tyrant. So there's 2 things that are similar. Here, a tyrant was receiving this, and a tyrant was receiving this. Number 2, Musa alayhi salam and Al-Khidr, Al-Khidr killed a soul. Musa killed a soul by mistake too, earlier in his life. So the qadr that he's wondering about, it's actually something that he's been through, but he wasn't aware of it, subhanAllah. Number 3, Bina al-Jidar, they built the wall for the orphans, right? And they didn't take anything in return. They didn't take money for it. They were not compensated. So here Musa also helped the 2 women. He put water for them, and he was not compensated. So, subhanAllah, there's just kind of it's mirroring the qadr of Musa through the story of him and Al-Khidr together as well.
Did Musa realize in his life that all these events were happening before?
Allahu a'lam.
maybe yes,
maybe yes, maybe Allahu a'lam. But even an irony also is that when Fir'aun was killing all the children of Bani Israel, right? That's another irony that I wonder, I'm sure Musa was aware of this, right? When he grew up. And the person who was killing all the children of Bani Israel, he was killing all of them because he was afraid that someone one day will grow up and stand in his face and oppose him. He didn't know that the little child was at his own house. That was a blind spot for Fir'aun. Right? He's killing all the babies outside, and the baby is right here, the one he's afraid of. He's right there in his house. He's being raised in his house. You see how Allah works? Allah is the one who controls the blind spots. Allah is the one who makes things happen for you. We cry over things in life, subhanAllah, but just if you have your trust in Allah, that's the story of Musa, all of his story is to teach you Allah's power. How Allah has control over everything. We just don't know it, we don't see it, we're not aware of it. And we whine about it just like Musa whined about it. Why did you kill? Why did you poke? Why did you build? Why didn't you take money for it? Right? This is exactly this is the story of the human. Rejecting on qadr. And I believe that Al-Khidr also, his name was not mentioned because the name doesn't matter. There's so many stories, Allah does not mention names because Allah doesn't want us to get stuck over the names. It's not about the person, it's about the experience that is repeated over and over and over again. Right? How many times Allah didn't mention names in the Quran, right? Allah only mentioned the names of the prophets and Maryam alayhi salam. Otherwise, there's no names. وَجَاءَ رَجُلٌ مِّنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ امْرَأَةُ فِرْعَوْنَ, the wife of Fir'aun. امْرَأَةُ لُوط, the wife of Lut. Allah doesn't mention the names, just because He wants to leave it open. It's not about the name. Don't get stuck with the person, with the identity. it's the ibrah. The ibrah, the wisdom that you're going to take out of it. SubhanAllah. Yeah. Jazakallah khair, Shaykh Khalil. This is really interesting. I think those are really important things for every Muslim to understand in the Quran. See, finally, our connection with the Quran, our relationship with the Quran is pretty weak. That's the only way to strengthen it. It's just to sit and reflect. The more you look at the words of Allah, the more like channels will be opened in your brain. You know, like, wow, subhanallah, I didn't know that. You know, and it increases your iman. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Jazakumullah khair.
جزاك الله خير.
وإياكم الله.